Hey guys, I'm going to show you guys how I made this and how I layered the vinyl. Also too, don't forget to check out my description. There's a lot of fun links in there, and if you become a member of my Facebook group, Daniel's Crafts, which there's a link in the description, I'm going to do a follow-up video because I'm going to be putting these on my scrub uniforms, and I'm going to do a follow-up video after so many washes and using, wearing my uniforms out in the real world, how well this holds up. I am a little concerned with these lettering because it's so small and thin, but I have no doubt this will be just fine. So we'll see. Thanks, guys. So welcome back for another episode. So I had a few friends ask me to do a video real fast on iron-on and how to layer and stuff. So I made this logo for my work. This is the hospital I work for, and I needed to add it to my uniforms. So most of this is made with basic shapes. And then this I just downloaded from online and then turned it into a cut file. But the rest of this is basic shapes. All the squares are basic shapes. And the text is American typewriter. Both those are, as you can see over here. So I just added the text and, lined everything up and measured it. And I'm going to layer this with the iron-on vinyl. And I'm going to show you how to do that. What I also done when I cut these pieces out, instead of everything being put together, especially like all the whites here, because see, look, when I hit make it, and I did 7 copies, so you move it up here, hit apply, and of course, since it's being iron-on, you have to remember to mirror it. But see, everything ran, I didn't like how everything was together like this. It was just too hard to cut it and all that. So what I done, my solution is I hid everything I didn't want to cut. So I hid the squares, and then I hid the university logo, or IU logo, hid the Indiana University part, and I only wanted to do the health. And I didn't touch anything because I wanted to keep it the right size so everything would still match up when I go to iron it on. So you make sure you don't touch any of the sides, just hide everything, which is by clicking the little eye right here, because I want to make sure everything's still lined up perfectly in there like that. So I didn't touch any of the sizes after I got what I wanted. Just hide the things and hit make it. And then what I done was, add your how many copies you want to make of it, which was 7. Apply. Make sure you mirror it, and see, now I can have that all in one string. I know it kind of is wasteful on the heat transfer vinyl, but I only cut a 1-inch wide piece of my white vinyl, iron-on vinyl, by 11 by about the whole length, 12 inches, and just put it on my mat, and it cut just this. So it was wasting a little bit, but not much, because I tried to cut the piece just big enough, to what I needed. And I show you one more different thing. So I got done doing that. I hid that one, and let's say I wanted to do the logo next. I just hit make it. Again, just had to add how many I wanted. Make sure you mirror it, which of this one really didn't matter, but I always just got in the habit of doing mirroring on iron-on. And then I just cut a piece of my white vinyl 2 inches wide. And this one I actually did cut to only like 7.5 inches. So I just used just enough of my stuff for this. So that's kind of done. I know it is a long way around and everything, but it just will make it easier when I'm making so many of these. Because I got to make a total of iron-on 6 of these logos and sayings. So it just made it easier to do this way. I'm sure there are other techniques out there, but this is just how I done it. All right. So like I said, I got done. I just made sure everything, just turned everything back on. And there you have everything. Just move that back over there. So that's what I done. It was very simple. And next, I'm going to show you how I layered it, and at least my techniques. I know there are many different techniques. But this is just show you how I do it. So hopefully it might help somebody out there that's new to this. I also bought the easypress. I highly recommend that if you guys been thinking about getting one of those. It so far has worked wonderful for me. And if you become a member of my Daniel's Crafts group on Facebook, in a couple weeks, maybe even a month or more, I am going to take photos of my uniforms after so many washes and wearing them in real world, atmosphere, and see how well it holds up for all the layering. So make sure you ask to be a part of that group, and I will definitely do a follow-up photos. Not going to do a follow-up video, but I'll do follow-up videos, pictures, of what they look like after so many washes. So it gives people an idea that you can truly layer. I'm hoping it should work. I don't know why it wouldn't, but it's something new I'm trying to. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so we're going to show how I'm going to layer that now. Like I said, I had a few people ask me, oh, how you layer and all that stuff, so I'm going to show you. So I have my easypress here already preheated to 275 for 20 seconds, which is what your card recommends with the easypress. And I'm using felt here, just a piece of scrap felt. It costs like 40 cents at Walmart. And I'm using the light iron on, so it's 275 for 20 seconds. So the first layer is the white layer here. I'm gonna try my best, but I hope I don't kick the camera. I'm trying to stand up here and get this all in the right spot. Okay, so this is the first layer. And you'll just place this on there. You don't have to put any pressure, and just hit your start button. And it's going to count down for us. So it's not warm to the touch except for the sides here, but that's why I love they give you this tray. This tray protects you from ever bumping or touching it. Now it's done. Lift off. Put it back in there. I can let it set for just a second here to cool off a little bit, just so you don't, pull off your vinyl too with it. And then you can either use a pair of tweezers to get a corner started, or your finger itself will work just fine. I like to pull at an angle and pull kind of slow. You don't want to rip it off too fast. Alright, so there's that piece. The next piece is going to be the black. This one's going to be a little harder to get in the right spot. Okay, and now we'll place this back on top. And just hit the start button. My desk area is very small, so I keep knocking things over. Hopefully here soon I'm going to get a bigger desk and a bigger area so it won't be so crowded. I love that it has the audible prompts to tell you when it's ready and when it's heated and all that. I like that. Okay. Wait just a few seconds here. You can blow a little on it to help cool it down. So pull at an angle and go real slow. There's the second layer done. Third layer is going to be the little red square. All right. Now, as you can see here, I've got the plastic covering pretty much all of this, but it's missing a little piece. I don't want to run the risk of burning it. So you can keep a piece of the other plastics that you've used, or you can get those Teflon, really thin Teflon, like craft mats or whatever. Anything that's heat resistant up to 500 degrees is what you need, but it's really thin. Because you always want to protect the pieces of vinyl that's not got the piece of plastic over it. Because you will scorch them and make them welt. And what's another thing I can tell you guys? I know a lot of people have a controversy on, oh, this needs pressure. I've yet to have seen any problems. Oh, see, I'm knocking things over. I've yet to see any problems without having the proper pressure or not. I'll take the first piece off. This is my extra piece. But like I said, if you become part of my craft group on Facebook, I am going to do a follow-up video after so many washes of my uniforms that I put this on. Now, as you can see there's a little crease that was caused because the plastic wasn't fully covered, so it was like 2 layers of plastic. I'll show you how we fix that here in a minute. Now, the little IU logo. This one's a little harder to get right in the spot, but I want it. But just gotta take your time on this. This is something you really cannot rush through real much. Then I'm going to add the health, and actually I forgot to weed a little piece out, the A there. So use our weeding tool. Okay guys, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but you probably did. In my video, I did not mirror the health part. Didn't follow my own instructions there. So I had to stop and remake this and make it mirrored. I kept looking at it like, why doesn't it look right? So now we gotta line it all up. Now, another thing I'm going to do is cut off some of this plastic down here. Because on your final layer of whatever you're layering, you can do multiple pieces. So that's what I'm going to do here. Okay. And one of the keys to all this is, like I said, anything that's exposed that don't have plastic over it, you have to cover it. Either with, like I said, you can get one of those craft mats that you've seen me use before that are anything that's heat resistant that's really thin, you can use to cover it. Just always make sure you cover it. So I'm going to use a piece of this plastic here, like so. Place it on there and hit the button. "20 seconds seems like forever, I know." Okay. Now we're going to take off that piece that I put on there first. Go real slow. And then you can use your little pick here. Just be careful not to tear the vinyl. Start on this one. Go real slow to make sure everything's sticking good. Looks great. Okay. Now these little letters really concern me because they're really thin. That means you're not going to get very much of the adhesive sticking to the item. So what I might do, I'm going to do those a little bit longer, a little pressure. And so what you need to do again is cover this with some plastic, either you reused or whatever. I'm going to show you real quick though if it shows up in the camera. See the creases right here from when we layered it? That's normal. It's just because it ended into the vinyl. So what we can do is, by doing this, layering another piece of plastic over all this, and I keep knocking everything off. I'm sorry about that. I am going to apply, as you can see, I just have my hand resting on this. There's a tad bit of pressure. And then, one thing I've learned from other people online, turn it over, do the same thing to the back, and apply some pressure. Not a lot. I just literally just have my hands resting on this. I'm not pushing down or anything. I just have my hands laying on it. Slow again. And also too, felt, since it is a little more coarse than like cotton or your polyesters you're going to be using this on, like on shirts. This is a true test too, because the fibers are so, you know, it's very fiber-y. I don't know how you say that's the right word to use, but you know, if they stick to this, it's going to stick really well to a shirt. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is one more time, just because I am, you know, paranoid about things not sticking very well. I'm going to put it over this with no plastic. Start our timer. You want to be careful. You can do this too much, so you don't want to hurt the vinyl and make it welt or anything. But by turning it over, you shouldn't have that problem. It's just, if you're doing it directly on it, like, you know, if you do this again, I wouldn't really recommend it. But by turning it over, that should help, you know, keep that protected. And there we go. And as you see here, those lines came out. I mean, I love this heat press. It works very well. I was shocked because I always was told or heard that, oh, you gotta have, you know, the actual heat presses that actually lock and put pressure on everything. And Cricut claims that no, it's all about the even heat. And this, their easypress has several elements in it that makes the whole surface perfectly even heat, and it maintains the heat too. That's why I like the readout on top. I did have it drop temperature one time, and what's nice about that, when it does that, it will actually turn this red, and it'll beep at you and say, you know, let you know, hey, there's the temperature dropped, and it'll get back up to temperature. But I'm very pleased with this. I think it turned out great, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Also, too, I remind you guys, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you like this. That helps spread my videos across YouTube land. And also, too, check out my description. There's a lot of fun links in there, and like I said, if you join my Facebook group, I will, it's called Daniel's Crafts. You can just search for, or there is a link in my description. I'm going to do a follow-up pictures of this, my scrubs, not this, but my scrubs after I've washed it so many times, just to see how well it still holds up. And as always, you guys, I really like helping to show my tips and tricks to help you along your creative journey. Have a good day. Bye.